What is up, everybody? J Nell here with my UFC 216 prediction video. It's happening this coming Saturday. I'm super excited because this card is super stacked. First, real quick on the prelims, I am choosing Lando Veneta to beat Bobby Green, and I'm choosing Will Brooks to beat Nick Lentz. And it might be the last time I choose him. I'm not sure if he can compete. I know he got hurt early on in his last fight, but still, looking at you, Will. We'll see. On to the main card here. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is there only 4 fights on the main card? Because that's all that I saw. If I see another fight added on, please look out for a 15-second prediction coming on later in the week. So first up, let's go ahead and get into this main card. This is a heck of a way to start off a fight card. We have Demetrious taking on Evan Dunham. This is going to be a scrap. This could be fight of the night. Evan Dunham, I think, has 3 fight of the nights because he really takes advantage of that controlled chaos. He can fight everywhere, standing up on the ground. He has submission victories. He is stronger than he looks. He's quicker than he looks. He can throw a submission out of anywhere. He's actually fights smarter than his fight style would appear because, like I said, he takes advantage of that controlled chaos because he performs better within that. Now, Demetrious, also well-rounded as well, although I think his tools are a bit more sharp than Evan Dunham. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is a black belt in Muay Thai. I think his team is a bit higher in their skill level. I think his training partners are a bit higher level in their skill level, and I think he's beaten a slightly higher level of competition. So everything just slightly higher. But that doesn't mean that Evan won't rise to that occasion. The winner of this will get propelled into the top 10 or be able to demand not only top 10 competition in the lightweight division, which we all know is extremely stacked. This could be fight of the night. This could go anyway. Knockout, TKO, submission, standing on the ground, decision, split decision, close decision. This could go either way and any way, and I am choosing Demetrious, but who knows? Great way to open a card. Next up, we have Fabricio Werdum versus Derrick Lewis. This is a big step up in competition for Derrick Lewis. This is his chance for Derrick Lewis, especially coming off that loss to Mark Hunt, to throw himself right back into title contention. I think his best bet is standing, and in the first round. Look, this isn't a 5-round fight, but even in a 3-round fight, I think Fabricio has much better cardio if he can press the pace and use his kicks. As far as size, I thought that Fabricio would be much taller than Derrick, but he's actually not. And Derrick, of course, has the reach advantage by about 2 inches, but he's not really a long fighter. He has to knock him out early. Or the longer this goes, the stronger Fabricio will be. Of course, he's the black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world class, too many world titles to count. He can submit anyone, and if it goes to the ground, even though Derrick, if he gets on top of you and starts raining down them shots, he can TKO or KO anyone. However, with Fabricio Werdum, the level of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that he has, I believe that even if Derrick were to get on top of him on the ground, he could give up his back and then switch that position around. Do you really think that Derrick Lewis could take Fabricio's back and submit him, choke him out, or get any sort of submission on Fabricio from the back? I actually don't. So if by any chance Derrick does get on top of him on the ground, if I'm Fabricio, I quickly give up my back and then I reverse position, I end up on top, or I get up. So for me, Derrick needs to win this on the feet. If it goes to the ground, I think Fabricio just simply is too good for him, even if he lands on top. Now, Fabricio on the feet, use them kicks. He's got more kicks than Derrick, although Derrick's been showing a little bit more kicks, but he's going to need to take away a will early. Kicks to the legs and the body. Stay away from Derrick. Don't let him hit you with one of them short uppercuts or one of the shots to knock you out in close quarters, dirty boxing, all that mess. Stay away from Derrick, Fabricio. Stay away, all right? Use those kicks to the legs and to the body, because again, you can gas Derrick Lewis. I'm choosing Fabricio Werdum. He got to get past that first round. Oh, we know he can be knocked out, so should be a great fight. Now, on to the co-main event. We have the UFC longest current reigning champion, the flyweight champion, Mr. Demetrious Johnson, Mighty Mouse, taking on Mr. Ray Borg, trying to make history with his 11th title defense. Let's get into it. First, real quick with the Ray Borg. Ray Borg is very well-rounded. He's only 24, might only be 24 actually. He's quite young. I think he's 24. He is just very game. He's very well rounded. He does have some wrestling experience. He is a hard puncher, especially in the flyweight division. You can kind of hear and feel all of his shots. He has a lot of submission victories as well. Good grappling. Like I said, just kind of good all the way around. He's usually first. He also does well in the controlled chaos. He performs better in that chaotic realm, so he can get you into a brawl, and he will come out better for that. That's about all I've got to say. Because he's taken on the great one, Mr. Demetrious Johnson, the Mouse himself. Let's talk about him. Mr. Mighty Mouse gets booed because he's so fast that people can't even see what he's doing. Literally, his punches blur together, his flurries blur together, his steps blur together. The fastest fighter in all of mixed martial arts right now, currently. 33 years old, 31 years old, Ray Borg, again, 24, doesn't matter. Demetrious Johnson is in the prime of his career. Hasn't taken much damage, has not been injured, physically prime of his career. He started off as a wrestling base, said I wanted to be good at Muay Thai. He got good at Muay Thai. Now he's working on his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's like 2 months away from it. He takes on a new skill. His whole team is working around him. He's a machine. He is the closest thing to being technically perfect that you will see. You can draw the lines when he punches, when he takes you down. It's mathematics. It's beautiful. And he has flow with it. He takes the mathematics, blends it with the art. It's beautiful. 6 out of his 10 title defenses are finishes, people. Why you want to talk about flyweights? Don't finish people. He's got knockouts from the hands. He's got knockouts from knees to the body. He's got a finish. He finished Horiguchi in the last 4 seconds when he didn't even have to. He was slaughtering him for 5 rounds. Okay, this man always goes for the finish. Always goes on to put a show. He's amazing and has been seriously unfairly marketed. They can't knock people out. They don't have power. He's too small. He's too small. How about, look at the 6 out of 10 finishes. Look how he is slaughtering his high-level, championship-level competition because he's just head and shoulders above them. He's doing all of this in spite of being only 125 pounds. How about we do the hypotheticals? We talk about what if Ronda could have fought a man? What if I hate to say John Jones, what if he were to take on the heavyweight? What if this and TJ were to take on that? How about we say, what if Mighty Mouse were to take on a heavyweight? What if Mighty Mouse were to take on John Jones when he was in the past? What if Mighty Mouse were to take on Conor McGregor? Why can't we fantasize about him? The real pound for pound best in the world. He's been marketed totally unfairly and totally incorrectly, y'all. Incorrectly. So fast we can't even see what he does. Let me market him. So anyway, I am choosing Demetrious Johnson. Please take the time and open your eyes and your hearts and try to see what he does because he's too fast, okay? But he's amazing. He's mesmerizing. And I am going to say, not only is he going to beat Ray Borg, I think he's going to finish him because Ray Borg, although he likes the controlled chaos, he's more of your meat and potatoes fighter. And Demetrious usually lays waste to them pretty quickly. The only reason why Tim Elliott gave him problems is because Tim Elliott was so unique. He was even unique in his mistakes because he was trying to bait Mighty Mouse in all the time. So Mighty Mouse was like, wait a minute, is that a mistake or is that a trap? So the only people who give Mighty Mouse problems are extremely unique and creative on the fly. And Ray's a little bit too young for that, doesn't quite have all the skills for that. So I think that not only is Mighty Mouse going to win, that he's going to finish and have 7 out of 11 finishes in his historic title defense, Mr. Mighty Mouse. On to the next fight, the main event. And this is for the interim lightweight champion. We have Tony Ferguson taking on Kevin Lee because we couldn't get that Khabib Nurmagomedov thing happening. I'm super excited for this fight as well. As far as size, they're pretty much even. There's only like an inch or 2 inch differences in the height and in the reach. Let's talk about Kevin Lee first. He's on I think like an 8 fight winning streak, something like that. 9 out of the last 11, something like that. He has 8 submission victories, y'all. 8. Yes, he's a wrestler first, but that grappling, we got to look at what that, he trains at the Drysdale Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Y'all working. Y'all doing some things over there. 8 submission victories, okay? With the hands, he's quicker than he looks. I think his body speed, I think his movement will be quicker than Tony Ferguson. I think he'll need to use that to his advantage to every capacity to try to keep this fight close, dirty boxing, and get it to the ground. I think if he beats Tony, I think he's gonna have to tenderize him, soften him up, maybe kind of drain that energy on the ground and in close quarters. I think in space, Tony's just too creative, too unpredictable. You can't really watch footage on him. He creates and kind of works off the fly in the octagon, and because he's so good all the way around, he's kind of got an answer for everything. And he can take a shot, he can take a punch, so you can stun him and he can still come back. He can lose a round and still come back. He's durable. Many submission victories himself. I believe he's a black belt, brown belt, I think, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Might be underrated though. He's got the Muay Thai. He's got wrestling. He's got standing everything. Tony can throw anything at you. From a toe stomp to a shoulder shot to a knees to an elbows to shots to the inner, to the elliptical kicks to the body, to a near kidney shot, which is illegal. He will press those boundaries as well. He will slap on a standing submission. He can literally throw anything at you. Cartwheel kicks, spinning back kicks on the feet, and he will throw whatever he feels. So I don't think Kevin Lee has the experience yet to compete with that. I think that might be a little bit too much for him, unless he can clock him early, get him dizzy early, disrupt him early. As far as either one of them, you got to be first. Tony, you got to be first. Kevin, you got to be first. Either one of them, okay? Tony's on a 9-fight winning streak. You know, we were trying to get that. As far as age, Tony is 33. I'm getting a little long here, sorry. Tony's 33. Kevin is 25. I don't think that will be a big difference in this situation. Tony is 33 in 5 years. He's probably like 31. He has not taken much damage, has not had many injuries. He has had some time off, too, because of this Khabib situation, not fighting him. So he's usually likes to be in fighting form. So if anything, I might be worried about a little rust, because this is kind of a longer layoff than he's used to getting. But as far as age, I just don't think he's not over the hill. Tony's in the sweet spot. He's not at the end of his prime. He's in the sweet spot. He's in the middle. He's in the money, honey. And I'm not quite sure if Kevin is experienced enough to take on someone who is not only dynamic, but unique and different and so serious. Tony is a serious person. Let's talk about that. I do think he is a star. I think he will find his audience, or the audience will find him. He's kind of awkward. He's a little strange, and I like that. He's not afraid to show that. I think he will find his audience, and they will be pretty serious like him. Even when he's joking, you're like, ah. So, two polar opposites as far as personality with these two, but neither one of them fights emotionally. So I don't think that will come into play at all. Choosing Tony Ferguson. I'd like to see him get this title shot. It's a long time coming. It's a long time coming. If Kevin Lee wins, I won't be mad at it, because I like him too. But I'm picking Tony Ferguson. Let me know your injury picks. Let me know your updates. Let me know all of your picks. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, especially if there's another fight added to the main card. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.